10 Facts about Ancient Greece for Kids. 1. There were several different city-states in ancient Greece, some of which you may be familiar with, such as Sparta, Athens, and Olympia. Each city had its own administration, laws, and army. 2. In ancient Greece there was a story about a man named Phidippides who ran 26 miles from Marathon to Athens. He wanted to announce the news of a victory with the Battle of Marathon. This is the origins of today's marathon race and why it's so long. 3. About 1/3 of the ancient Greeks were slaves. There were different types of slaves in different city-states. In Sparta, the state owned slaves called helots. They had to grow crops and were forced to give some of what they grew to the state. Athens treated slaves slightly better and welcomed them into family homes with a ceremony. They also did jobs such as being a policeman, craftsman, and some even served in the navy. 4. Court cases used large juries, sometimes up to 500 people. 5. The ancient Greeks worshipped lots of gods and goddesses, for different things. They built extravagant temples and shrines where they could worship them. 6. Greeks believed that 12 of the gods and goddesses actually lived on Mount Olympus. Apparently they had arguments and discussions there too. Some very important gods didn't live there though. For example, Hades was believed to be the god of the underworld. 7. Greeks never called themselves Greeks. This name actually came from the Romans. Instead, they called themselves Hellenes. This is because the country of Greece was called Hellas. 8. Many of the things that Romans did actually came from the Greeks. You might have seen the Romans lying down when eating. They got this from the Greeks. Also the worshipping of gods, their language and even their building style was very similar. 9. Scientists argue that the Greeks invented the yo-yo. This was after they found a device which is very similar and dates back to 500 BC. It is believed that the yo-yo is the second oldest toy in the world, behind the spinning top. 10. They also invented the first alarm clock. An engineer named Ctesippus created a system where pebbles would be dropped onto a metal gong at a predetermined time of the day.